that all? All right. Welcome to Post Up, aka the 500 Sports Post Game Show. I'm your host, Royal A. Shepherd, and today I am joined by my guys Michael Christian, Ariel Atias, Jonathan Ramlakan, Gadiel Cartagena, and the late but fashionably late Simba of Sports. How you fellas doing tonight?
How can you not feel good after a win?
Easily, considering how this team played. This was another in the long list of Magic games that were far too close for my liking. But however, we pulled out the win, and I mean, I guess I'll let you guys start off by telling us how you feel. So since Michael's joined us today, Michael, you get the pleasure of going first. Michael, give me your thoughts on the game. No problem. Oh, don't start. I'll send it to somebody else. Go ahead.
I said nice things. Dang. Okay, I forgot. Roy, you're a terrible host. First of all, I'd like to say you're all welcome. I wasn't at the game, and that's why they won. Because I haven't been to a Heat win in Orlando in years, which is very sad to say. But it was good to see them bounce back from how bad they looked in that third quarter, right? Beginning of the fourth. Jimmy obviously carrying the way, as he always does. But Tyler stepping up, and KO was playing decent. KZ playing a solid 20-plus minutes instead of his normal 6 minutes or less. I mean, it was a nice performance. Just that defense on Vucevic and Ross. That was, I don't know what to do about that. That was just bad.
Okay, so first of all, there is no defense for Vucevic or Ross.
So then trade for him.
Yeah, there's no defense for Vucevic or Ross with this team. As you guys can tell, my name is Terrence Random Scrub Heat Killer Jordan Ross, because that man is unguardable, bro. Like, this team it's incapable of guarding Terrence Ross, and it's been that way for years. We might as well accept it. Jonathan, what did you see from the game tonight, brother?
I mean, it was a fun game to watch, right? When we play Orlando, you know you're going to get a close game, so why even bother thinking that it's going to be a blowout of some sort, right? So you already should know that off the start, right? Jimmy was great. He was really, especially in that first half, he was guarding so well. He had the game-winning steal, basically, so he had another steal at the end of the game. But he was guarding really well. I liked what I saw from Jimmy attacking the bucket. That's what you're going to get from him. But I did like what I saw from Tyler Hero. He stepped up. He hit some big shots. Iguodala, man, aliens invading the earth. You know, we're getting attacked by another planet. I want Iguodala. Like, Iguodala, he had that big offensive rebound. He hit that big three. When Terrence Ross would hit a three, that literally want to make me, like, gouge my eyes out. At least Iguodala hit one, and then Tyler Hero hit one, right? There was a couple that we answered back with. So those Terrence Ross threes were kind of mitigated in the fourth quarter. But Jimmy, Jimmy won us that game. It was Jimmy, Hero, Kelly hit some big shots too, and Iguodala. So I liked what I saw from those guys. What you gonna do about Terrence Ross? Like, I mean, he was literally hitting some shots that I was like, I don't know how. Like, it's I
hope you like your new name, Jonathan.
Listen, if you put Kawhi Leonard in a Heat uniform and told him to guard Terrence Ross would still drop 25 easily, bro. But I'm with you, bro. Jim VP out here, man. Like, somebody need to put some respect on my dog Jimmy Butler name. First team all goddamn defense. That's what he needs to be at the end of this season, because he has been phenomenal. Simba's muted and he's in his phone right now. I'll come to him next. Ariel.
Going forward, I am actually, you know what? Not going forward, but for tonight only, I am proclaiming myself the Kelly Olynyk fan club president. That man has played out of his mind. He's made me look like a dummy, and I probably deserve it. But for the last few games, man, he's had his best stretch of the season since Bam's been out, and the Heat have needed it, right? Because the last 3 games have all been close. The Heat pulled away at the end. I want to give you guys a stat, and you tell me how essentially the Heat shot 42% from the field. They shot 28% from 3. How the hell did they win this game? They won this game because they forced 23 turnovers on the Magic side. Their help defense was phenomenal tonight. Guys were in the passing lanes all night. The Heat had 15 steals, 20 fast break points, 26 points off turnovers. That's why they won this game. In the fourth quarter, when it was a close game, and Nikola Vucevic and Terrence Ross had been going absolutely bonkers in the second half. You know, Jimmy took them home. A bunch of role players stepped up. Iggy made a big shot, grabbed a big rebound down the stretch. Kelly Olynyk was out there drawing fouls and making layups and getting to the line. Just everything you want to see. And like Ramlakan, pointed out, the Heat needed to see what they saw tonight from Tyler Hero, and Tyler Hero needed a game like this to get his confidence back, where he made big shots in a game that was close and in spots that mattered. So this was extremely encouraging. from Tyler and from a lot of the Heat's role players as a whole.
Yeah, so we want to shout out Poetic Lifestyle. He said Jimmy a walking triple-double. Triple's only spelled with one P. Poetic, but appreciate the dono. Simba, what did you see from the game tonight, bro?
Yeah, man, it was a good game. Pretty much what everybody else saw. Jimmy Butler carrying us as always. Pretty much coming down to the last 20 seconds. That steal, that's pretty much what it comes down to. We're always just waiting for Jimmy Butler to kind of get us out of it. But Kelly Olynyk looked pretty good tonight, so I was happy with that. And also was playing pretty good. KO. No, not KO. KZ. KZ looked good, man. I was happy with him. He looked freaking good today. So I think this is probably like his best game. I was excited. Like finally watching KZ, I was like, oh shit, like we got another player on our team. Like what the fuck?
Yeah, I'm with you there, bro. Thank you, Abdel, for the 199 dono. He said, Jim VP. Hell is you talking about? Keep my boy name in circulation because he deserves it with the way that he's been playing, leading us on this way. But yeah, I agree with you on the KZ thing. Like we got good KZ tonight. Like we got solid defensively, and we got something on offense from KZ tonight, and that shit was great to see. Gad, my boy, I see you with the heroes down there. So is that your player of the game? What did you see, bro?
Listen, we spent way too much time on the last stream kind of wailing on Hero. Like he's been through a slump, whatever, but he showed up tonight and in a big way. I mean, he was having steals. He was in the right place at the right time, catching Jimmy's steals, and he was actually making the right play. He hit clutch threes. He hit shots when we needed him to. And what did he finish with? Like 23 points, 22 points?
22.
22, 8, and 3. He had a block. Hero was on one tonight.
Got an alley-oop dunk from Goran.
Yeah, I was shocked by that one.
I think his arms are growing.
Not a chance. Oh, Gad, you already showing signs, bro.
I'll be back.
Every time Gad talks, it's like a slow-mo replay, like what he just said.
Yeah, like Rothstein is controlling Gad's movements. But we want to thank Poetic Lifestyle for another $4.99 dono. He going for the MVP tonight. Kelly-O with some great defense lately at the center position. Let's talk about that. Like, let's spend some time giving KO his praise because I mean we've slandered him more than enough, and we're gonna do that with with Tyler too. But KO's defense has been phenomenal during this stretch without Bam, and it's something that we needed. Like tonight, you saw spots where it was like, damn, I wish Bam was playing. But KO has been serviceable in that space, and he's been holding it down. Honestly, one of my favorite plays from tonight was KO flopping and getting the call. So I was a big fan of that. But I want everybody to jump in here, take a turn talking about KO's defense. Maybe we might switch it depending on if everybody makes the points too early. But Michael, go ahead. You can start.
I mean, he's improving. We've seen that from a lot of players this season, right? Like Kendrick Nunn too started playing defense when we all thought he couldn't. So it's good to see KO finally coming back and playing some solid defense. That block on Vucevic was definitely very much a I don't want you on this team. Get the F out of here. Like I love seeing that block on Vuce, but he's crucial to this team right now, more than a lot of people would like to admit. And I don't think there's any other option at the 4 that makes sense. And so more so now than at the beginning of the season. And I know we're not doing trade talk, but just got to say, like KO, you can't really give him up for basically anything right now unless it's an improvement for the 4.
Untouchable.
He's making this team run, and it's good to see.
It has to be his replacement. And just being honest, if we did a trade or something like, because most of us would agree Rudy Gay is a player who we would, kind of look at in that regard. But if we had Rudy Gay tonight instead of KO, we lose this game. Mm-hmm. And so that's just being perfectly honest. Want to shout out my guy Christian Cardis for the $4.99 dono. He said, "Someone get Simba Manscaped package. His balls." Well, thank you. Terrence's middle name is Steph, right? KO and KZ with blocks. Absolutely. Look, Terrence Ross is goated, bro. His nuts will be hung in the Random Scrub Heat Killer Hall of Fame. Like they will be bronzed. We all know this. Shout out to my guy HM for another $5 donut. Oh, y'all showing out tonight. Precious can go, in my opinion. I've seen enough flash from KZ and prefer him as a future front court mate than Precious, in my opinion. Move Precious for a first if you can. Let's talk about that some, because we saw Precious actually get his minutes tonight. Ramlakan, what has it been with Precious? Like, and what was it tonight? Like, I'm just not seeing it, bro. I'm not seeing it anymore.
I mean, it's hard to say what it is, really. He just doesn't have a role on offense, right? He was supposed to be the guy. It's surprising that when Bam got injured, the guy that we thought was going to be the replacement for Bam didn't end up getting all those minutes, right? It ended up being Chris Silva. And there were a couple things, and we talked a little about this in pregame and previous shows as well. There were a couple things that he messed up on. He was making some errant passes, that 360 pass or whatever. And, like tonight, what I didn't see from him is I didn't see him get enough offensive rebounds. He would get the hand on his ball. Twisted Tapioca for the $4.99. Thank you, brother. Who isn't following Jimmy Butler? Whose screen is that? We'd have to see that. Appreciate that, Twisted Tapioca. But getting back to Precious, he wasn't doing what you want him to do, right? He didn't feel like he was giving you that energy. Silva comes out and he gives you a little more energy, even if he's fouling a little bit, right? He's not getting those offensive rebounds. He's just tapping.
That wasn't me this time, right?
He's not doing everything you want him to do, right?
Yeah, we can still hear you. That was Ramakai.
Am I good?
I don't know.
Am I good now?
I'm infecting everybody.
Go ahead.
All right, I'm gonna send it over to Ariel. You can go ahead and finish, and I'm is it good?
Are we really doing the Precious thing? Because I don't feel like we're doing it. We're talking enough about Kelly Olynyk, man. That's my guy right there. And I just did a real quick. I looked at his numbers the last few games, and I've been trying to tell you all year.
You're on that get rid of Kelly
valuable.
train with all of us.
Michael, you're confusing me with somebody else. It might be Jonathan or Gad. I don't remember. It could be Simba. But my guy Kelly Olynyk is averaging 16, 8, and 3, something like that. Quick math over the last 4 games. All right, he's been absolutely invaluable to this team, and I wouldn't trade him for anything short of a superstar. You hear me? Kelly Olynyk is untouchable.
Yo, I was saying this earlier on Twitter. I think Bam was holding KO back this whole season.
Absolutely.
Because KO has been phenomenal, bro. Like, what more can you say? And it's not just offensively where you expect for him to produce. It's been on the defensive end of the ball where he's been holding it down as our one true playable big. Because as you saw tonight, we gave the minutes to Precious, but for the past couple of games, those have been Chris Silva minutes. And you know what I mean? And with those minutes, Precious didn't really do anything. He had 2 points, 1 rebound, and 4 fouls.
Well, they were only
turnover.
Precious minutes because Silva got those 2 fouls, or what was it? The foul and then the 3-second violation. Like immediately.
Syndrome.
Well, Silva is prone to doing things like that.
He's trying, guys. Come on.
Yeah. So I do want to talk about the hero from last game, but kind of didn't show up this game, and that's Goran Dragic. 1 from 11 from the field. I think it was something that most of us expected to happen. We didn't expect him to do 20 points in the fourth quarter every night, but man, it looked rough tonight. Simba, man, what did you see from Goran tonight?
Yeah, he just couldn't get it going offensively, right? I mean, I was glad to see that he with the assist numbers were there, so that's always a positive. That if he can't create for himself, he can at least create for others. But I mean, there was that stretch where what did he take 3 back-to-back threes, right? And it was just like fucking pass it to somebody else, man. But he was wide open. So at the same time, it's okay. We're okay with Goran taking those shots. But yeah, he just didn't have it. I mean, he could have been tired from last game, and then just overdoing it because his balls just kept going. It just wasn't going in. It kept hitting every part of the rim except the net. So, but yeah.
What is this shit, bro? We're not even at the
basketball.
part of the show where we do plugs, and you're bringing this up, bro.
That's not me. I'm gonna say right now, that's not me. I producer power, but it ain't me.
Oh yeah, nobody is slandering Gogi, guys. Relax. We're reacting to what we saw tonight. But I'm gonna throw this to Gaz. We kind of talked about it last game where Tyler was the one struggling, and how we need one of those guys to be the engine off the bench. Talk about how thankful you are that Tyler was able to get his going, considering how Goran was playing.
Yeah, I mean, Goran chose to do 24 minutes of cardio today, so Hero came. He actually stepped up. It was nice to see Hero play a good game. Like, this is exactly what we needed to see from Hero. It really was, and he played fantastic. He was actually playing defense today too.
Not even looking.
So I'm happy with the way Hero played. And Goran, I mean, just take a day off, chill, and then come back against Cleveland, give him 16 and 5, and then we'll be straight. But off game, whatever. He won us the game last game. He didn't lose us a game tonight, so I can't complain.
Yeah, I just sent you a private message telling you to read the don't know. I guess you didn't see it.
His internet isn't fast. It's like
You'll
a
get that
pigeon is
message in
landing
like
on his
10
Windows
minutes.
stuff right now.
Yo, wait. When you put him on full screen, I realize how close he is to the camera.
Are you guys done? Are you guys done? Can I read now? Can I read the nice donation?
You wouldn't know.
Very true. Very true. All right. I was looking into my school's history of NBA players because we got a good ball program. Imagine my pain when I saw we created one Maurice Harkless.
Alana wishes she went to that school.
Well, honestly, I want to address Alana because right underneath that comment, she was like, I know Roy did just tell me to relax about Gogi. I actually didn't see your comment until I scrolled back up. I was talking to Twisted. We are not slandering Gogi, though, guys. Let's see. Who else should
I liked what I saw from Goran today. Even though he wasn't shooting the ball, there was point.
They had a lot of assists.
What?
No,
please bring him back. Please bring him back.
Why is there no freedom of speech on this show?
Right?
What do you think this is a free show?
Korea.
Matt.
Go ahead though. Like I want to know how. Like
because okay, so second quarter, right? Jimmy goes out of the game, right?
Yeah.
We go on a little bit of a drought in the end of the first quarter. We were up what 9 in the first quarter, and they cut it to 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
To start the second quarter, he had 4 straight assists for 3-point shots. 2 to Hero, 2 to Goran. If he doesn't have that little burst there, that helps us. And on top of that, he had a lob to Hero. He had a lob to Hero. And then he had a lob to Jimmy, which just warmed my heart because Jimmy gave him that little smile after. And it was like that perfect connection. Look, Goran didn't shoot the ball well. But the great part about having him and Hero come off the bench is that one of these two guys are going to score the ball, right? Most nights, both of them aren't going to be off. So if we can have one of these two guys come off the bench, give you solid minutes, it's okay. Goran was the guy facilitating tonight. Hero was the guy that was scoring, and Hero, did a little facilitation as well. But it's okay that Goran didn't necessarily shoot the ball well because he was doing so much on offense. Otherwise, I think he had 6 assists in the second quarter, right? 6 assists in the second quarter alone. He was doing it. He was doing a lot of things outside of scoring the ball. So even though Goran didn't score the ball particularly well, I don't think he necessarily had a bad game.
All right.
I just want to say. God! No, that's a good gift. That's a good one. Play that one. That's my favorite TV character of all time.
No, God, please, no.
Oh, that's.
But yeah, go ahead, Ariel.
No, I mostly agree with you, Jonathan. My thing is though, like Goran shouldn't be the guy that we rely on to have to, bring that kind of offensive punch off the bench on a consistent basis. If you get it, it should be a plus, and you should be happy for it. But I think the eyes should really be on Tyler Hero. It's really on him to be. He was the guy that we expected to step into that, third best player role for the Heat this season and carry the offensive load for stretches. And he really hasn't done that in the last while since he's been back from injury until tonight. And so it really needs to be on him. And then when the Heat get to the playoffs, that's when we should put a little bit more pressure, in my eyes, on Goran Dragic to bring that offensive punch to the team.
Was that stat for real? Like Tyler led the team in rebounds tonight?
Let's see.
Yeah, he had 8. It's the most on the
next
team.
highest was Kelly and Jimmy with 7.
Wow, that's crazy. So
but we out offensive rebounded them, so that was good. I've never seen us do that before.
Yeah, but that's only because Vooch didn't get his customary 17, 18 rebounds. He only got Read what? He's a second. Go back. I can't see it. Roy, you look familiar. You must have seen you in my piggy bank because you a dime. That is the nastiest shit I've ever seen in the comments, bro. Y'all
they talked about your toes last stream, actually.
My what?
They talked about your toes last stream.
Yeah.
That was pretty creepy.
They've been calling Royal thick with like 3 C's for a while now too, so it's been coming.
Fam, it's crazy. If you haven't noticed, I'm wearing the No Ceilings t-shirt from the 5 Reasons Sports Network. Go buy a damn shirt.
I need to get one of those.
Yeah, I mean, I got it for free, so it just got here today too.
That's what I mean, like free.
Yeah.
You get stuff around here.
I mean, barely. I ordered this shirt in December, but damn. But no, I wanted to switch over to another player who, has been playing well recently. Didn't give us quite the type of game that he's been giving us, and that's Kendrick Nunn. Michael, I think you haven't talked in the longest. Where were you on Kendrick Nunn's game tonight?
He hates.
I mean, I hate Nunn.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm ready for this one.
I'm gonna clarify this. I just didn't expect any of this from Nunn, and anybody that says he was gonna do this would be lying. Like anybody who back in the playoffs and at the start of the season thought he'd be contributing defense and offense with actually passing the ball. Come on, you're kidding. Okay. He's been proved. He's been a lot better. I'm not going to take that away from him. Tonight was an off night, but just like after 15 games where he played well, I wasn't ready to crown him the answer at point guard. I'm not going to slander him totally for one bad game. It happens. We won despite it. I'll move forward. If this becomes a trend, then I'll get back to saying, okay, we've got problems with Kendrick Nunn again.
Okay.
You happy, Gad? Is that reasoned and
No,
fair?
listen, I'm cool with it. As long as we're not, because listen, he's been playing well. One bad game.
He has
whatever.
been. Yeah, that's
I'm
what
okay
I'm
with
saying.
it.
It's really been the last 5 games. He's averaging 9 points per game over that time span. He's struggled a little bit. A lot of his shots are front rimming it. Marco Romo on the timeline tonight made a really good point. He said, I don't think I've ever seen Kendrick Nunn miss a shot anywhere but front rim.
Oh, he never missed a shot.
Yeah, because he kept doing like step back shots
always
too.
short.
He kept working on that step back to try to get it in the game, and that's why I felt like it kept falling short. So it was like, dude, you chill, just spot up, take the shot.
That's
He had one
exactly what
nice
it felt
move.
like.
Even without the
first
step
quarter,
back,
though.
his shots, it's always short. Like if it doesn't go in, it's like what Ariel said and Marco said. It's always short. It's a weird thing.
I like the step back. I mean, I like the move because it was $1 million move with a 10-cent finish because he was creating space with it, but he didn't like it just wasn't going in. So I do believe like anybody who donates $10, I'm guaranteed we're gonna discuss what you're talking about. So Leonardo Rodriguez, he said, "What do you think about the rumors with Miami trading Bradley, Leonard, and Harkless for Aldridge?"
Why are you shaking your head, Michael?
Harmless. Listen, bro.
No.
If I can trade 3 people who don't play for somebody who might play, then I'm going to do it. Okay.
Hold on. I'm just not too ready. I understand Bradley hasn't played, but I do think his defense could be incredibly helpful on this team, especially in the playoffs. We have Gabe Vincent. We have Gabe Vincent. So you're gonna put Gabe Vincent in the playoffs.
This is funny because I specifically remember coming on your show a couple weeks ago, Michael, and you and I
can boot you. I have producer. I can boot you if
I know you're gonna.
I'm just letting you know. I'm just letting you know.
We have the number one defense. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
You said you wouldn't turn your nose up, and that the Heat weren't in a position to turn their nose up at anybody if it doesn't cost much. And like Royal said, none of those guys are doing shit all for the Heat right now.
Right now, I think if Avery Bradley was in the rotation, he could contribute a good amount defensively because you don't have any guards that excel at defense. Your best defensive guard right now is who? Kendrick Nunn?
Probably.
So we're literally going to hold this trade just because we don't want to get him.
So you can't count on Avery Bradley.
Hold on.
Yeah,
we're all talking over each other. Simba, I think you were making a point, and then Ramakan, you come to you because you were trying to say something about defense.
As I was saying, so we would really not do this trade just for Avery Bradley. Like that's just no. I mean, you trade if you could take this trade from the Spurs, we're stealing from them. We're robbing them. To be honest, okay. Like I don't understand. Like Avery Bradley doesn't really play.
Yeah, but I don't even know how Avery Bradley would fit in this team. He hasn't played all fucking season. Ramakan, where are you?
I was gonna say I understand what your point about bringing some defense to the backcourt, but right now over the last 17 games, we're the number 1 rated defense in the league, right? So we're not necessarily lacking. We're not necessarily lacking defense. We're lacking scoring options. And if we could have a guy like LaMarcus Aldridge come, let's say just imaginarily he even comes off the bench and gives you 25, 30 minutes instead of Precious and Silva. I don't mind delaying the growth on those two guys because we don't have a G League and they didn't have an off season, right? Those guys are either going to develop later or do something that they're not going to be players right now. So I don't mind pushing LaMarcus Aldridge over them right now. We already have good defense. Our problem is once Jimmy comes off the floor, Bam isn't an alpha. At least we have an offense that can built around two people in Bam, Kawhi, or Bam, LaMarcus Aldridge, and then maybe have Goran off the bench, right? You can give Jimmy a rest, and we're not in those droughts anymore when Jimmy goes to the bench. They go on opponent teams go on 9-0 and 7-0 runs that just hurt us again.
Yeah.
Here's my thing. I got a question for Michael. How did Avery Bradley, Mo Harmless, and Myers Leonard play tonight?
First of all, I love Mo Harmless. That was great. And I don't know if Gad is frozen or if he's just waiting for my response.
I'm just waiting for your response.
But here's the thing I will say. I'm not going to overreact on a 5-point win against the Orlando Magic and think, oh, we didn't have them against the Orlando Magic, so everything is fine. I'm not thinking about playing these teams. Hold on. I'm thinking ahead. I'm looking at a series against, for example, the Brooklyn Nets. If we play them in the second round, who do you think is going to contribute more to this team and do more in that series? Avery Bradley, if he plays, or LaMarcus Aldridge if he plays. I think it's Avery Bradley on Kyrie Irving.
We're not guarding them in one-on-one anyways.
No.
I think it's Avery Bradley. Avery Bradley, no doubt.
What games do you watch, Michael?
Yeah. No, listen, we're definitely playing a 2-3 zone, and Jimmy and KZ Okpala will be at the top of it. Like, what can we do?
I had one other point for LaMarcus. And here's my thing. If we're getting rid of dead weight on the roster, right? And what LaMarcus can give you is someone that his mid-range is legitimately butter. You can actually trust him to hit a shot down the stretch of games. So you can situationally cater your approach to what team you're playing.
Wait, hold on. But you're saying
He literally just changed what the butter situation is, bro. That's crazy. But go ahead, Michael. What were you saying?
No,
I like this dialogue.
so you're saying Aldridge is going to be on the floor at the end of games?
Situationally, on the offensive side, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, I don't think so.
I actually don't think so. I agree with
He's not
everyone
going to be
here
on the
other
floor
than
in like
Michael.
5 to 7 minutes.
Michael, I don't agree with anything you said other than
But there's
that.
30
point, I don't really.
Marcus will be on the floor.
In the closing situations, LaMarcus will be nowhere on that court. Spo's going to play Bam in
If
force.
it's a timeout, that's what like one possession on offense and you take him off for defense. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, you're talking about offensive defensive switches?
I don't know because I
Maybe
think
Like
if you-
one play, and even then, I don't think so.
no, if you need a bucket at the end of the game, suppose
Jay, be
putting
nice. Come on, man. It's my
Goran,
first time.
Tyler, Duncan, Bam, and Jimmy, or some iteration of that on the court. I don't know if LaMarcus is going to be on the court there, but I agree with you, Gad.
Trustworthy as hell. That
You're
mid
right.
lane.
You're right. Absolutely. And Avery Bradley isn't playing ahead of the 4 guards that are ahead of him in the rotation.
Even if all of you
but I gotta
disagree with
quit.
me, at least
In
I
the
got
last-
a talking point, right?
Hold on,
last
hold on.
20 games, how many times has Avery Bradley closed?
No, I understand he's been hurt, but do we want to
All
say the
but
same
none.
thing? Hold on. If Goran gets hurt and sits out a month, are you all going to be ready to say, yeah, we should trade Goran because
Okay, but
Goran
No,
did sit out, and then he came back. And Avery
okay,
Bradley's
but when
been out
Goran
longer
was
than
sitting
that.
out, how many of you were ready to trade him?
I mean, you know,
we talked to Adam too much. That's
Yeah,
what that
yeah.
was.
I think
Exactly, so
you're
let's not act
on the
like
wrong
it was-
show. That's Clutch Corner. People that are ready to trade Goran.
No,
Yeah,
Ariel and
don't
Gad
worry.
were both on that train. They both got brainwashed. We know what academy they're a
But
part
they,
of. I'm not
they have
taking
to.
this.
They have to. They have to
Academy,
agree with that.
baby.
So-
right. Don't worry, Michael will be back with more trade and not game talk tomorrow on the Clutch Corner when we have.
Because I'm a stud.
I just saw a comment that I almost read out loud. I'm not going to do it though.
I had one person agree with me, so I'll take it.
No, whatever. So let's get back to talking about the game and how the Heat have found no answer for Terrence Ross in years. What is it about this man that when he sees our team, he becomes the current member of Jodeci on the court, bro? Like what? Ariel, I throw this to you, bro. Like, what is about our team that Terrence Ross loves playing against so much?
There is no scientific answer. This has not been proven, and it cannot be proven by science. When Terrence Ross passes, we need to study his brain and figure out what he has against the Miami Heat, because every single time he sees those Heat colors, he goes supernova. The guy is averaging 41% from field goals this season, 34% from 3, but every time he sees the Heat, you can book him for 35 a night. I don't know if they once almost traded for him. I don't know if Jimmy, I'm not going to go there, but I really, there's not a real answer for it. I just feel like he's an ignitable player, and maybe he just gets up more for these matchups. He goes into the random scrub Heat killer Hall of Fame, man. It's death taxes and Terrence Ross absolutely demolishing the Heat.
Simba, is Terrence Ross the random scrub Heat killer GOAT? Because in my eyes, that's where he is. He's number one.
Honestly, I wasn't paying attention. I was reading the comments, but I'm gonna say yeah.
Thank you, Simba.
He's got to be. There's not like a mid-tier type of or below level player that's ever consistently killed the Heat as consistently as Terrence Ross has. You can't think of one.
I will say
think of two.
I think
Go
the
ahead,
Orlando team as a whole is just a random Heat scrub killer, because every time we play the Orlando Magic, it's like we left half our players here in Miami or something. I don't know what the fuck was always happening. Like sometimes they did travel or they didn't travel, or people are getting fucked up at night. I don't know what's happening.
Royal, who else you got in there?
In the random scrub Heat killer Hall of Fame, Wayne Ellington, before he played for us, was definitely in it. Mm-hmm. And then Marcus
the whole
Thornton.
reason why we signed him.
Yeah, Marcus Thornton was another one who used to give Miami buckets, for no reason. He just used to give us buckets. So we want to thank our guy Christian Cardis for the 199. Don't know. He said someone on the Heat defense slept with Ross's girlfriend. Hey, I'm not opposed to that. I think it's a personal vendetta at this point.
I like how you read it, the Heat defense. Only when they were on defense did they sleep with his girl. Not at any other time.
Listen, first of all, people should definitely spell things out, because abbreviations they're subject to interpretation.
I got what you were thinking, but it's funny hearing it out loud.
Yeah. So, Adam Barai said Mo Harkless joins that list this year as a random scrub Heat killer. I mean, I agree. Who's your favorite random scrub Heat killer of all time? Gad, I know you're young, so it's going to be somebody recent.
Terrence Ross, fuck it. Amir Coffee, I don't care. Fuck them all.
Ramlakan?
I can't remember the guy's name from Detroit. Something Gordon. Was it Gordon?
Who?
Oh, I've got
Ben
someone.
Gordon?
No, it was somebody from Detroit. I can't remember off the top of my head right now.
Ben Gordon?
Was it Ben Gordon?
He used to play for Chicago.
That was going to be my guy.
Yeah, he was Chicago. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
He did end up in
Heinrich.
Detroit.
It was Ben
Him and
Gordon.
Kirk Heinrich used to kill us.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Ben Gordon was your guy, Ariel?
Yeah.
I was going to go Ben Gordon, or I was thinking of those Bulls teams, specifically the one that knocked the Heat out of the playoffs and swept them in 06-07 with Ben Gordon and Kirk Heinrich and those guys. So I was probably going to go Ben Gordon, and then Michael mentioned Kirk Heinrich, so that would be a good one too. He used to give Wade nightmares.
Yeah.
I don't know these twins apart, but Brooke or Robin Lopez used to give us the work when Hassan Whiteside used to guard him. The one with the hair. That's Robin, right?
That's Robin, yeah.
Yeah, Robin Lopez used to give Miami ass the work when Hassan was on him, bro. He couldn't guard that man. What else do you guys want to talk about from the game? Simba, give us something to talk about since you're not paying attention nowhere.
Simba's the kid in the back of the class with his head
I was
down.
thinking of a random Heat scrub killer, JJ Barea, 2011 Miami Heat.
Random Heat scrub killer. I'd love to see the person that
We
kills
need one
scrubs.
to kill our scrubs.
Yeah, it literally goes out there. And
Oh,
murders
somebody
them.
said, dude, I remember Al Jefferson. Yeah, I remember Al Jefferson only used to go over his left, and we couldn't do nothing with
Wait,
him.
hold on.
Oh my
But you
God.
want to know who's the random Heat scrub killer? The one who actually goes out there and kills the people? Dexter Pittman. That guy used to level people if he had to. Man.
Listen, I'm
That
telling you.
elbow, yo, I
Come
love
on, bro. Yeah, that man horizontal to the ground. But Simba, give us a real topic.
All right, topic for tonight.
Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah.
no. Like, what the fuck?
Okay, I was doing some research on LaMarcus Aldridge
Wait, why are you getting so close to the camera?
because I have to
Read his
Then he
research.
licks his lips, man.
Yeah, he's like, here's what's happening.
Somebody said Pritchard.
No, I was thinking that defense from KZ Okpala was pretty significant tonight.
Yeah.
Like
he's nice.
like Ariel was saying, like he was knowing when to help, right? He had that help block, and he would help and get back to his man fast enough. So the opposing team couldn't even get the shot up, right? So that help defense that he had tonight, it just reminded me of that Winslow, Jimmy, Bam trio, right? So that was just fun to see. I liked what we saw from KZ defensively.
Another
Yeah,
thing from KZ though, KZ probably had his best offensive play of the season in this game when he hit bro with that hit and got to that
Oh, my
rim. And
God.
that, man, listen, that was probably KZ's best player of the season, bro. in
Or his
my eye,
career.
bro.
I think his career.
Do you remember during the bubble, Andre Iguodala called KZ? He said that he plays exactly like who's this guy in the Bucks? The Greek freak.
Giannis,
I was like,
on the podcast thing,
I can't wait to see this.
he was
They
saying
got
on some podcast.
Was he Giannis in practice like UD was Dirk
Yeah.
in practice when he played the Mavs in the finals? Like,
KZ or whatever, and I was like, I cannot wait to see this motherfucker play.
Listen, that paired with that final preseason game, and all of us were on that KZ hype train. We were already. He was like,
what
he's
a
the answer,
time.
third best player on this team already.
Obviously, but KZ actually did make a couple of consecutive plays towards the end of the first half that kind of helped us keep that lead and push it a little bit forward. But we never got the gas stats on LaMarcus Aldridge. I want to kind of get back to that.
So can we all agree Bam is a good mid-range shooter this year?
he started out really good. has
Yeah,
kinda
it
tailed
trailed
off.
off. It trailed
I
off
think his
pretty
numbers
bad.
are still good, so I'm going to agree with you.
He's shooting 43% from mid-range, right?
Yeah,
Okay. LaMarcus on higher volume is shooting 53% from mid-range. That's a reliable shot down the stretch of a playoff game. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh,
I
true.
remember-
but LaMarcus Aldridge came into the league with that mid-range jumper. Like
Yeah.
I think he's always had it. So he's a better pure mid-range shooter than Bam Adebayo. I'm not like
No, I know. I'm just
I don't
saying
think that was
the
ever
shot
question.
itself would be a valuable tool for the Heat.
I mean, if you could really,
Sure,
get
but I
it,
think the
it's
argument was
those
down
three
the
guys.
stretch. You're not going to play him in the last. You're not going to play him in the last 5 minutes because
Okay,
the liability
offense.
side of
He's
things is so
offense.
bad.
he's
Michael.
talking. He was talking about situational, Mike. Don't take his stuff out of context.
What are you expecting to get in return for a package of like Myers Leonard, Mo Harkless, and Avery Bradley? Like, how are we nitpicking at this?
I'd rather
Yeah.
get
One?
Rudy Gay. I'd rather get Rudy Gay out of the package.
You're not getting rid of that
Rudy Gay
package.
for that.
I would, but if I could get Rudy Gay, I would take it. That's what I'm saying. The price is just
No,
that little
absolutely.
different.
I would love to get Rudy Gay.
I'm sure
I
they
would
would want that too.
Yeah,
For
that's not
three
happening.
unplayable players.
So I want to acknowledge Leonardo Rodriguez $5 donor. He said, "Do you think the Heat will end up doing a trade? And who do you think we should get?"
Sounds
I
like a
think-
question for tomorrow night, though.
Oh, he
Good
paid
plug, Michael.
money though. We should answer.
He did pay money.
Yeah, like what the heck?
No, I'm just like, dang. I'll address them tomorrow.
But delayed gratification.
Yeah.
No, I do believe that Miami should make a move. Do I think that they will? It's starting to get dicey when you start to stack up these wins. Part of me believes that the organization wouldn't want to mess with the current flow of things. like unless they do a move kind of like the one we were talking about, where you get LaMarcus Aldridge from 3 players that aren't playing. But I think the ship may have sailed on Trey and KO, and I'm not entirely sure if we're going to do anything with Kendrick Nunn either. Like it's getting iffy to me. But anybody else can jump in there. I don't know.
I don't think they're going to pay both Duncan and Kendrick Nunn this offseason. And so I would expect that there's a solid chance that one of them, probably Kendrick Nunn more likely than Duncan, gets moved in a deal. Again, it's all about the price, but the roster is kind of unbalanced, right? They have not enough bigs and a whole lot of guards and wings. And so I think the type of move that rebalances the roster a little bit, brings them back a 4 or 5 type of player that you can play next to Bam is in the cards. Who's that going to be? I don't know. But if I had to like make an educated guess, I would say yes, they're going to make a move of some sort.
Anybody else? If nobody has an answer, then Jonathan Ramlakan is going to tell us what we're talking about next.
Yeah, oh, wait, was Nico at the game? Sorry, this guy commenting that Heat Nation was at Amway today.
Oh yeah, dude. If you're listening, we can talk about that next. We can talk about how every time Miami goes to Orlando,
we're loud as hell in there. I love going to games here because it's so loud.
They have the what's the guy's name? Fluffs, the Magic mascot.
Stuff is so stupid,
right? He's beating the drums for the beat the Heat, and then all you hear is "Let's go Heat."
Yeah,
let's go Heat.
Dumbass dragon.
Right? Like, why would you give the 3 beats? Like, that's literally the "Let's go Heat." Like, do something else. Like,
no, I mean we own Florida. Like that's just the reality of the situation. It's not like that. Like I have some Magic friends who like to yeah, we almost got you this time, or when they win, like they won.
This is the biggest thing for them all year. Like they don't have anything else.
Every
to
time
look
they
forward
win a game, they hang up a banner. That's all the banners they have in their ceiling.
Well, I mean, right now they're on a 7-8 game losing streak.
Something like that.
So it's like but that's another thing though. Like, I mean, even though like this game is close, but it's kind of like this was my thing. Miami didn't necessarily play well tonight. I think Miami played pretty shitty. But Orlando just played worse. Like that's how we won this game. Like I don't think we played good. I think Orlando played bad.
And I think too the team looked slightly better when Jimmy was off the floor than they had been recently. Like before, it felt like when Jimmy was off the floor, it was an absolute dumpster fire, and today it wasn't a dumpster fire. So you got to take that improvement too. Like hopefully they can keep that up.
I don't really feel like. Sorry, go ahead, Roy.
No. By all means, go ahead.
I don't really feel like they played poorly. I feel like they just missed a lot of shots, but like defensively, they were solid. The rebounding, they stuck right there within 2 rebounds of the 4th best rebounding team in the league. They forced a ton of turnovers. The Magic are one of the best teams at taking care of the ball in the NBA, and the Heat forced them into 23 turnovers. So I thought overall they played a pretty good game. There was a lot of shots that they could have and probably should have made, but haven't been a great 3-point shooting team this season. And so that kind of explains why the Heat weren't making some of those shots. And then Terrence Ross and Vucevic went absolutely crazy. And if that doesn't happen, then the Heat probably still win this game by like 20. So I don't know if the Heat played bad.
Yeah, I don't think the Heat played bad. I think they created a lot of open shots for themselves, man. Like, to be honest, I think the whole time we just missed a lot of open shit. So
Yo, fuck you, Twisted. He
told us yours and Gad's glasses do look identical.
They probably are the exact same pair.
Did you get them at Walmart?
No, I got mine off of Zeno.
I don't know what that is.
It's I bought it. I bought it off of it's like online, like it's an app or something. Zenni Optical. That's what it's called, and you could buy glasses off of that. These glasses was like $4, and then I just had to go get my prescription. Tell them my prescription. But if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, Twisted Tapioca, thank you for the $4.99 dono. He was like, does the entire right side of the post game show all wear the same brand of glasses? Shut up. Michael, you get to ask the next question.
Oh, I get to ask the next question?
Yeah, bro. If you take too long, I'm throwing it there.
I got a question this time, so when you're ready.
Okay, you can go at the air.
Yeah, he jumped in. I had one, but that's fine. No. Go ahead, Simba.
Whatever. Okay.
Go ahead, you didn't have shit.
All right, I was going to ask, are we not trading KZ now? Because I felt like everybody was ready to do it earlier. Now he's playing better.
Where's
Brian? I would put KZ's ass in any deal that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, that's
I'm there.
I mean, it feels like we're all up and down. They start having some good games, and then he tweeted like, "Don't trade them; they're untouchable."
Yeah, I mean, I know, bro, but nah.
The correct answer is you trade anybody in the right deal. That's it. Yeah. It doesn't matter who it is, except for maybe Bam and Jimmy. But anybody.
Why are you saying maybe though?
No, not maybe. I mean, I don't know.
Have you seen Kelly Olynyk without Bam Adebayo?
Oh no, you're right. I forgot about Kelly. No, Kelly, Bam, and Jimmy completely untouchable. Anybody else the right deal?
Did y'all see Goran
talking about Kelly.
6 assists in the second quarter though?
Yeah, for sure.
Don't forget him.
Right, obviously. But yeah, go ahead, Simba. You seem like you had a valid question.
No, it wasn't valid, but
Subjective.
All right, but I'm looking at the standings, right? We're finally number 4. 76ers and Embiid just got hurt. So I don't know if anybody knows how he's doing or whatever. I know they said it wasn't anything serious. It was just probably bruising. But if you ever watch the 76ers play without Embiid, don't. It looks like shit.
Did you watch them today?
I didn't watch it today.
Shit out of the Spurs. They won by 35.
Okay. All right, but what's the Spurs doing right now? They're a couple of their other games.
Working on Aldridge deals.
They're missing everybody. DeMar's out. Aldridge is out.
They're trying to get Avery Bradley because they agree with me.
But if you honestly watch the 76ers without Embiid, it looks horrible. How do you think we can go further than number 4 right now? Like seeing where we're at, maybe when we get Bam, like how high do you think we can get?
I want to let Ramlakan answer that one.
I think there's a potential for us to get 3. Right, I think there is. It's not a high chance. I think it's most likely that we end up 4, but I think there is a small chance that we end up 3 because Brooklyn's good. I think they're going to lock up that top seed. But I think between Philadelphia or Milwaukee, one of those teams might start wavering late down these games because those teams really haven't got hit by the COVID protocol quite as much as we have, except for now. Right, we're seeing it a little bit from the 76ers, but I feel like if we continue the streak, we have a really easy second half of the schedule, right? And those guys just start dropping off a game here and there. We can catch up because we're only 3.5 games behind the 3 seed. So there's so we do have some nice new furniture. Thanks to our boys at Vertigear. So thank you for never mind. So I think we're 3.5 games behind the 3 seed. And so we have a chance to get there. I thought that was my point to go.
That's because Clutch is a stop doing that, Clutch. Maple Jordan, you seem like you wanted to jump in there.
On the Jimmy thing, on the where the Heat can go. The thing
you got baited so hard, dude.
Yeah, you just got baited, bro.
Oh man.
I don't remember the exact record. The Heat. I don't know if any of you remember the Heat's record with Jimmy this season. You can tell me if you do, but I looked at this stat like yesterday or the day before, and if you take their record and you extrapolate it to the whole season, if they had Jimmy for every game, they would be the 3rd seed in the East and have a better win percentage than the Bucks. So going forward, it's definitely not out of the question that and it's a big if with this team, if they can stay healthy, or at the very least, Jimmy can stay healthy and Bam can come back and be good to go down the stretch, they can make up 3.5 games on the Bucks. I think they've got at least 1 game, maybe 2 games remaining with the Bucks. I'm not positive, but regardless, they've got a pretty easy schedule remaining compared to the rest of the league. They can make some ground. I think it's more likely they end up 4, but it's not out of the realm of possibility that they can make up 3.5 games on the Bucks.
Last topic of the night, Gad. You get to take us wherever you want, brother.
I get the topic. Okay, let's think.
Yeah.
Do you guys think there's a chance do you guys think Jimmy Butler will finish All NBA first or second team this season? Because I think it's a given. He has to finish in the All NBA defensive ranks, but All NBA overall, do you think he finishes within that first 2 teams?
I think at this point, like if he doesn't, then it's criminal. Like I think he's shown more than enough to say that his impact on both on the offensive and defensive side of the ball, on top of the way that he impacts this team specifically, has shown us enough that he deserves one of those spots. You can't name me 3 more impactful players on their teams right now than Jimmy Butler. Like that's just the reality. So in my opinion, he should be in the MVP conversation. Jim VP, like I'm dead ass. Like I think he should be in that conversation. And if he isn't, then somebody isn't completely watching the game. But go ahead, Ramakan.
I was just gonna say, given that he stays healthy and he continues, I mean, we know he's going to continue to play like this, right? But given he stays healthy and stays away from COVID protocol, there's no reason he shouldn't be. And I think he should be top 5 in MVP if he continues this type of play, because he's averaging damn near a triple-double, right? He might not get there because he always get disrespected, right? But he should and is one of the top 5 best players in the league right now because of the way he's carrying the team. And like you said, because of the impact that he has on this team.
Yeah. So last question. Well, I said Gad was last question, but we're doing predictions for the next game. We're playing the Cleveland Cavaliers. Win or loss? Simba.
Win.
Michael.
Dub.
Gad.
Dub.
Ariel.
Barbecue chicken.
Jonathan Ramlakan.
Well, I'm going to say for Ricky, Ricky's going to say no, so we have to leave that in the universe, right? but I'm gonna say yes.
Yeah, absolutely. We finna blow that shit out. Like I said, like I'm not worried about nothing on Cleveland except for Colin Sexton has been balling this year. I got to that man is proud. He is hell. But we're gonna blow that shit out too. So don't even worry about that. So y'all make sure y'all catch us. Now, time to pay the bills. Simba, you get to go first. You pay Miami Grill. You seem to like doing that.
Okay, Miami Grill. I'm just kidding. But yeah, go to Miami Grill, everybody. They're one of our sponsors. You definitely want to check them out. They got some fire wings, gyros, or euros, like some of our people like to say.
And the Greeks.
They got some nice subs. The fries are always on point. Whenever you go to Miami Grill, you feel like you just won. So check it out. They have an app you might want to check out as well. The fire's good and it's for a good price, so make sure you check it out.
Great job. Jonathan, you get Biscayne Bay Brewing tonight, brother.
All right, yeah. Make sure you go to BiscayneBayBrewing.com. See where you can find your local Biscayne Bay. They're the only bay that's locally brewed in Miami. They're also the sponsor of the Miami Marlins. You can check out their Tropical Bay IPA. They have a lot of great beers. The official beer of, like I said, the 5 Reasons Sports Network and the Miami Marlins.
Fabuloso. And you got Prize Picks, Gad.
Prizepicks.com / I don't know what that is. Promo code word 5. If you want to make money,
code word.
I'm just reading what's given to me, so you can talk that with Manny, Michael, if you want to cause problems right now. But yeah, if you want to bet on Jimmy Butler to pretty much put up insane numbers every single game, maybe parlay that with KZ Okpala actually playing more than 20 minutes, go ahead and do it. Make some easy money and use promo code word 5. FIVE.
Beautiful. So, Ariel Latiz.
Yes, sir.
What's going on with the shoot around?
The shoot around is a short 140-second video that Gad and myself like to post on game day mornings. It'll preview the game of that night, and we'll also probably touch on a couple of storylines relating to the Heat, whatever's hot in the news cycle. We just thought that the timeline could use a little extra something, some more vitamins for you to take on your Heat game days. And so you again, check them out. Game days in the morning. We'll usually post them around 10 a.m., either my timeline or Gad's timeline. And yeah, it's good stuff. Don't miss it.
Wonderful. Jonathan, tell us what's going on in the world of combat sports, or where they can find out what's going on in the world of combat sports.
All right. So if you want, we actually have Fight Week on 5 this week. It's going to be Thursday. Time is going to be TBA on me and Alf's Twitter. And then on Saturday, we have walkouts and knockouts, previewing Kevin Holland versus Derek Brunson. Kevin Holland likes to talk a lot of shit in the ring, so it's fun to watch him fight, right? So it's me and Ariel. Ariel lost, was breaking down these fights phenomenally, right? He trains amateur, he trains with he's trained with GSP, he's trained with Olivier Van Mercier, trained in the same gym with these guys, right? Some of the greatest of all time. So so yeah, we have walkouts and talkouts, walkouts and knockouts, right? Thanks, Adam.
Damn it, Adam.
Walkouts and knockouts. It's gonna be Saturday at 4:00, 5:00 tip off on the fight for UFC.
For Christian Carter's question, I think he's talking about the shoot around. Yes, the shoot around is on Twitter. Make sure you follow Ariel Latiz too. And Gadiel Cartagena. I tried to leave that word out because somebody's gonna try to get you to put it on YouTube. But yeah, Gadiel Cartagena or Ariel Latiz, it'll post on one of their pages. Michael,
what's up?
Tell the folks what's going on tomorrow at 9:30.
Oh, we've got 2 hours of Ethan slander. I hope it's gonna be 2 hours. I don't actually know, but we've got Kylie joining us, Kylie Ray Wang. So she's gonna have some great Ethan slander. I've got some jokes I'm lining up. Royal, I'm assuming you're bringing them too,
huh?
Ethan slander.
Oh, you come on now, the boy stay strapped.
I had an aneurysm. Dang, that's messed up, Adam. You're having a rough night over there, ain't you, bro? Okay. Bro, what else we got? Oh, I know this is totally random, but yeah, Clutch Corners at 9:30 tomorrow night. We're all going to be there with Kylie, but then super random. Also, we're going to have a free agency football thing for the Dolphins Wednesday at 3:30. I think it's at 3:30 that we're doing it. That's going to have all the 3 yards per carry people, everybody else that does Dolphins coverage here. So if you like football, I mean, that should be a fun stream as well. So hop over there.
All right, so last announcement of the night. We got big news for the 5 Reasons Sports Network. Starting on Monday, we have started a partnership with the Heat versus Haters Instagram page.
That's the one.
They are officially, we are officially partnering with them so that you get some exclusive content over on Instagram. So make sure that you're following us on Instagram. Make sure you follow Heat versus Haters on Instagram, but follow us on Instagram at 5 Reasons Sports or 5 OTF_5. Yeah. Make sure you follow all the 5 Reasons Sports stuff on Instagram because you're going to start getting some exclusive content over there. They're going to start doing some work with us, so that should be big and it should expand our reach so more people will be able to see what the work that we're doing here. So for my guys Simba, Michael, Jonathan, Ariel, and Gad, I'm Royal A. Shepherd, the host of this show. You guys have a great evening. Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you for joining us in the comments, making it more fun. We're gonna light Ethan's ass up tomorrow on that on the Clutch Corner. So y'all make sure y'all join us for that, and y'all have a great evening.
Peace.